Hello, I'm Dr. Billy Greff with the Federal University of Rio Grande, and I am the General Coordinator of the research.
Hello, I'm Simona Šafarikova. I'm from the Palacký University in the Czech Republic, and I was part of the qualitative team. So I collected the qualitative data, I analyzed the data, and prepared the final report.
I am Professor Alain from FURG, Brazil. I coordinated the questionnaire about physical activity and sports, physical education classes, difficulties to be related to these practices in young Saudis.
Hello everyone, I am Associate Professor Jorge Kniznik from Western Sydney University in Australia. My role in this project is to understand and analyze the data coming from the interviews.
أنا الدكتور عبد الرحيم بن مسلم الدروشي، أستاذ مساعد في الإدارة الرياضية وسياسات الرياضة بجامعة سلطان قابوس، باحث رئيس في هذا البحث، وأقوم بدور متخصص في الجوانب الثقافية في المجتمع السعودي.
Hello, I'm Arnold Svoboda. I'm working at the Palacký University in Olomouc, Czech Republic, and in our research team, I am a qualitative data analyst.
Hello, I am Isabella from FURG, Brazil, and in this project, I am the creative director of the audiovisual team.
سأتحدث عن الفرق العاملة في هذا البحث. الفريق الأول هو الفريق الموجود في البرازيل، وهو مسؤول عن البحث بشكل عام، التنسيق وأيضاً إدارته من البداية للنهاية. والفريق الثاني هو الفريق من استراليا، وهو مسؤول عن تحليل البيانات ويعني تحليل معالجة النتائج بشكل عام. الفريق الثالث هو مسؤول عن الجانب النوعي، وهو فريق في جمهورية التشيك. وأيضاً فريق آخر في البرازيل كان مسؤول عن الجانب الكمي للبحث. والفريق الأخير هو المسؤول عن الجوانب الثقافية وأيضاً التنسيق العام للعمل وإجراء المقابلات والمتابعة بشكل عام، وهو مكون من 5 أفراد من سلطنة عمان ومن المملكة العربية السعودية. أنتقل الآن إلى البروفيسور بيلي جريف لإكمال الحديث عن البحث واستعراض النتائج.
Thank you for this, Abdul. Now, with Dr. Pérez Jiménez and Dr. Kniznik, we are going to see how the research was developed and to learn what the results were. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Idafe Pérez Jiménez from Loughborough College in the United Kingdom, and my aim now is to run you through the main aspects of the quantitative part of our study. For the quantitative part of our study, we ran an online questionnaire both in Arabic and English aimed at understanding the physical activity and sport participation of young Saudis, adding contextual themes to the qualitative side of the research. The survey was answered fully by 969 participants and completed to some extent by 185. 270 did not complete enough for us to consider the results, and 225 did not consent to share their results. Our sample gathered a very significant, very appropriate number of results from the biggest areas in Saudi Arabia, Mecca, Riyadh, and the eastern region, but underrepresents unfortunately the smaller areas of the country. We also have a very large disproportion between males and females, with over 80% of our respondents being males, and we also have a small number of responses from the last 2 years of high school. All the other age groups are very well represented. The immense majority of respondents declare liking or liking a lot PE lessons in school, with individual and team sports, and particularly gymnastics being reported as the main activities offered. Most of them have PE lessons as mandatory in school. The PE offer is significantly different between males and females. Over 27% of females don't have PE lessons offered to them in schools. This means also that there is a significant difference in attendance, with 93% of boys attending PE lessons, but only 60% of girls. The perception between genders is also different, significantly different. This is mostly caused by the proportion of girls that are ambivalent and declare not to like or dislike PE lessons. Between age groups, there is a large effect size significant difference between attendance throughout the age groups, with the last 2 years of high school showing a very, very much reduced rate of attendance. Depending on regions, there are significant differences in how much people attend PE lessons, with almost 97% of students in Mecca attending PE lessons, compared with everything else on the high 70s. This is probably justified by the high proportion of respondents from Mecca that report having mandatory PE lessons compared with the others. There are significant differences, although small differences, for a satisfaction level, but this is caused by about 31% of respondents from the rest of the country declaring to like PE lessons a lot.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. George Kniznik from Western Sydney University in Australia. The aim of this video is to explain the qualitative part of this research project, which aimed to expand on the survey data. We wanted to gather more detailed understanding of what's happening in Saudi Arabian sports, what are the current trends and attitudes of some stakeholders. For that, we interviewed 9 people, being 5 men and 4 women. They all were connected and they have different professional positions linked to Saudi Arabia sports. There were sports club managers, sports federation representatives, educators, and ministers' officers. The interviews were conducted either in Arabic or English, and mostly the general trends were divided into grade groups. One is related to Saudi official policy concerning sports, and the second is related to broader cultural aspects influencing Saudi Arabian sports. The policy is connected to the key document in Saudi Arabia called Vision 2030. All the participants reflected on the significance of this document as a driving force behind the most current changes in Saudi society and in Saudi sports. The document introduces sports both at the level of large sports events, but also as a leisure activity linked to the health of the population. The education system is another key factor. Schools are deemed as very important, and the place of physical education teachers is highlighted by the participants. Another factor is the prevalence of women's participation in sports. The Vision 2030 is specific about the participation of Saudi women in this area. By contrast, their participation and lead role needs to be supported by changes in the cultural context and development of suitable sports facilities. family is also deemed by the participants as a key aspect for young people's participation and attitude towards sports. Many families in Saudi Arabia still hold a traditional view where the importance of sport is neglected, especially in comparison with the time needed for schoolwork. But a changing trend is seen here. Positive effects of sports are being acknowledged by participants, and some parents also accept a possible career for their children within competitive sports. There are still many barriers to sport participation. The number and accessibility of sports facilities, general support for sports activities in the media, cost of sports facilities, and preference of specific sports disciplines for tradition, examples such as equestrianism or global trends such as football. In conclusion, all the participants agree that the sports field in Saudi Arabia undergoes major changes and their effect will be visible not only in major international events such as Formula One or football, but also in the growing popularity of sports in all strata of Saudi society and a number of accessible sports facilities.
Hello, Billy here again. So, as you could see throughout our movie, Saudi Arabia is going through rapid changes, and that reflected in our research in the field of physical education, physical activity, and sports. Although our research covers several aspects very thoroughly, we believe that future studies can take a look at issues as gender, participation, and cover more comprehensively the kingdom. So this was our movie. We loved producing it and we hope you enjoyed watching it. Stay alert for future publications in academic journals. Thank you. Bye bye.